Hello, it's me, Rach Face, back again for my life, my way, my face buried in a book review. Who would have thunk it? I came back to do a book review. I have actually read a few books, but it's been a while since I actually did a book review on any of them. So what's made me do a book review? Well, I read the third book in the Puck and Cross book series. Now, in June, I reviewed the first two because I read them straight after one another. And I have now read the third by Sue Watts. You Know Every Move. What I love about these books is that they are so quick and easy to read, but they are so detailed in the story and in the characters that you just continually fall in love with them. Like book one, we had Caden and Keely. Book two, we have Amanda and Ted. And now we get a little bit more story on Nikki and Mike. And oh my goodness, can I just say, I did not want to like Mike. From the first two books, I really did not want to like him. He's not my favourite character, but I'll forgive him. I'll give him a pass. I think I'll give him a pass because Nikki gives him... I like Nikki. I like her character. I like her strength and her development through it all. So, seeing him through her eyes, okay, he gets a pass. But if I were to meet him, I would want to smack him. That's just me. But he's so well written that it's hard not to like him, even though you don't like him. If that makes sense. Like, he's one of those characters that you love to hate. Like, what he's done and what he puts Nikki through and what he put her through. Like, the fact that she was still willing to, like, talk to him. The fact that she didn't actually, like, murder him or smack him around a few times. I don't know how. She's got a lot of self-control. I don't think I would have had that much self-control. But, you know, it's fine. It's dandy. He survived the book. And the ending was super sweet. And, like, I think the ending sort of shows you just how connected these two characters of Nikki and Mike actually are. And when you watch their sort of interactions through the book and you get flashbacks into how they first met and how their relationship first came about, to see the situations in this book actually sort in the later parts of this book start to come into effect. Like, oh my god, yeah, they're suited to each other. Like, there's a reason these two characters get along, and there's a reason these two characters have fallen in love. And there's an age gap, which is really cool. And I really enjoy that too. And I really love the fact that throughout all three books, like, you get to know more about the characters. Like, even though Caden and Keely, they were in the first book, there's still a big part in the third book. And you get to see more of their relationship and you get to hear about their lives. Same with Amanda and Ted. The whole second book was them. But then in this third book, you still get to hear a little bit more about their life and what they're up to now and where they're going. And it's such a little tight-knit community. And, like, I love Emmett and Josh. I really want there to be a book just about Emmett and Josh. And again, I have this really wicked soft spot for Nosy George or Nosy Jorge or however you want to pronounce it. I always call him Jorge, but I swap between Jorge and George because I'm like, yeah, funny little nosy person. But him and Daisy, that relationship, oh my goodness. Like, can we just have a whole thing about them? Because that relationship seems to be the most confusing and the most interesting and, like, the most out of the ordinary relationship that I would not have ever picked. And also, please, can we know more about Veronica, aka Legs, and, like, her whole little situation in this world and what happens with the bartender and her and sort of her journey and her story and her relationships, because oh my goodness. So yes, I would like 3 more books. Emmett and Josh, number 1. Daisy and Jorge, number 2. Veronica, number 3. I don't care what order you do them in, but that's my request. because yeah, that would be cool. So I feel it's only fair that I point out that I was already madly in love with these books. And then yesterday I got an amazing message that I was being sent these 3 in paperback, so they'll go on my beautiful bookshelf that needs to be rearranged. But I just realized, like, I love reading books, and like, reviews and stuff is a new thing for me to be doing, and something that I wasn't sure whether I would like doing, but I do because I really like talking about books. But I never actually thought about how, like, if an author hears a review, like, does it actually affect them, or does it actually mean anything? And then when you get feedback from authors saying, hey, your review is really nice, or it means a lot. So it means a lot not only to really fall in love with a book and to fall in love with characters, which I have fallen madly in love with these characters. I'd like to live in that world. But it's also really nice to think that you, by sharing your opinions and sharing your take on a book, can actually help somebody else and help somebody else find the book. And then also, like, help the author feel a little bit better when they're having their own little bits of self-doubt. So yeah, I highly recommend, like, read all 3. I would say you should probably read them in order. So I'll link them in the description below in the order where you can find them, because they are available on Kindle Unlimited, they're available in paperback, and they are available to buy on the Amazon store to actually have on your e-reader to keep for yourself instead of just borrowing them on Kindle Unlimited. And they're available on Audible. What more do you need? Like, seriously, books all different ways, best way to be. But I'll link them all in the description below. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with the next one. Okay, bye.